my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Heidi from House of Heidi Miami. I do fashion haul, styling videos, and lifestyle vlogs. And as requested, I have my handbag collection right over here. I decided to make this into two parts. This video featuring my designer handbags, which I warn you is pretty small in comparison to other creators, but I'm excited to show you. And part two will feature my contemporary bags, which recently I have been kind of buying a little bit more contemporary bags. And I'm sorry for the lighting because it's only 11 o'clock in the morning here in Miami and the weather is just atrocious. And this is what I've been dealing with. It's been raining super heavy, so if it's a little dark, that's why. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get right to it. I'm going to start off with one that has been with me for many years, and I have to say this is the best investment in terms of handbags that I ever made, because now this handbag has gone up considerably in comparison to when I first purchased it, and also just has a lot of sentimental value for me because I was pregnant with my first child when I went and purchased this. This was kind of like my own gift to myself for being pregnant. So I just absolutely love it. It's my beautiful Chanel bag, and this is the medium size, and I just want to show you how well maintained this bag is. I have worn this a whole lot, not so much recently, but when I first purchased this was all I would wear. I would wear it to work a whole lot, and also just like over the weekends. This was like my go-to bag, and as you can see, it's in beautiful condition. I did decide to go with the grainy leather because I find it to be a little bit more durable than the smooth leather. And I'm glad I went with that decision because there's really no scuffs or scratches on this bag. And unfortunately, because of the lighting, because it's raining outside, you can't really tell, but the gold hardware on this is pretty pristine. I mean, it's beautiful. Such a well-made bag. And I wear it two ways. I wear it this way with the double strap, and I also wear it like this, more of a crossbody bag. But I absolutely love this bag. Sometimes you put bags in a box and it's kind of harder to reach for them, and since this one's on the top of my closet in a box, I barely wear it. But it's definitely a bag that I want to start wearing again. It's a classic. It will never go out of style. I mean, you can never go wrong with a Chanel bag. And the thing that I love about Chanel is that purchasing Chanel bags is honestly like purchasing gold. It really is. And probably even better because they just go up and up and up, and they rarely ever go back down. And so it's such a great investment piece. So I highly recommend you looking into Chanel bags. I know that recently they have increased in price a whole lot, which is why I haven't purchased another one. I mean, I have 3 kids, so this is pretty much it for me. And that's why I went with a classic black, because I figured who knows when else I'll be able to buy one. And I'm glad I did, because this is classic. You can never go wrong with black. It's just a very classic color, goes with absolutely everything. And I'm going to open it up so you can see the inside. So here's the inside of the bag. It's held up pretty nicely, and I haven't been extremely careful with this bag. I just kind of toss everything in there, and as you can see, it's in great shape. I wish the lighting was better today and it wasn't raining so you could really see the gold hardware on this bag, because it honestly is, it's just beautiful. It's not even tarnished at all. And the chain is also in great condition. As you can see, it has a back pocket here. A whole lot fits in here. I don't think I would have gone with the larger size because honestly, the size is perfect for me. I find that I fit a whole lot in here, and I don't think I would want it to be a little bit bigger because I feel like it would take away from the elegance of the bag. So I think this size is the perfect size. So next is this beautiful bag by YSL, and I have a couple of things to say about YSL bags. Personally, in my opinion, I find this brand to be such an amazing brand. I feel like it doesn't get as much of the kind of hype that Chanel gets, but it should, because honestly, like, the leather and the craftsmanship of YSL bags, in my opinion, is right next to Chanel. I wouldn't say there's much of a difference. Honestly, there's no difference, especially in their bags that are a little bit higher price, such as this one. Again, if you were to see this in person, you would see the quality of this bag. Such a great bag. And it's another bag that is holding up perfectly. I mean, there is absolutely no scuffs on this leather. The leather is pristine. Let me get up so you can see this. This leather is in perfect condition, and so is the YSL. Again, the lighting is not working with me today because it's raining outside, but this gold has no tarnish to it. It's just perfect. This is a bag that will be with you for the rest of your life. You'll be able to pass down to your daughters or whoever you like, because it's just such an amazing bag. Every single time I wear this bag, I get compliments from people. I love your bag, I love your bag, because it's just an exquisite bag. And I'm just so impressed with the quality of the leather, and I also like the fact that it has the leather straps on the top, because one of my biggest pet peeves is when you have a chain handbag and they don't put the leather on the top, because then it kind of hurts your shoulder. This one does have the protective leather on the top, making it a lot more comfortable to wear. And I'm going to open it so you can see the interior, because the interior on this is brand spanking new. I mean, it looks like I just purchased this yesterday. It's in perfect condition. Because of its classic style, I did decide to go with this beautiful kind of like nude or beige, because I wanted it to be classic. I wanted it to be something that I could wear year after year with every single outfit, and I'm so glad I did, because for me, like I said, this is right next to my Chanel in terms of quality, and just a bag that I just adore. Next up, I have my little Gucci, I believe this is called the Gucci Marmont. Yeah, this is a bag that I would say has held up pretty nicely. I know that this bag kind of was like a thing for so long. Living here in Miami, I can honestly tell you, every mom would walk around with this handbag. So there came a point where I was kind of like shying away from wearing it, because I just felt like everyone had this bag in black and red, in this color, in pink, and just brown. It just became super, super popular. But now that people have stopped wearing it a little bit, I've been wearing it a little more, and I just love it because this is a very convenient bag. I feel like this is a type of bag that's perfect for moms or just girls that are very minimal, that don't want to be bothered too much. A bag that they could wear every single day. It's not too dressy. You could wear this with jeans and a top, and you could also kind of tuck this inside and wear this as a clutch. I've done that many times, like out for dinner. So I think this is a very practical bag, and a bag that you could definitely wear every single day. And this color is kind of like a taupe. I'm gonna get close so you can see it. But as you can see, the leather has held up pretty nicely. Again, very good condition. I do take care of my bags, so I don't know if that's part of it. But yeah, it's just a great bag, and I love the little detail in the back. And also, the other thing that I love about this bag is how lightweight it is. It doesn't weigh at all. So you could kind of stuff the bag and still feel pretty comfortable when you're carrying it around. And I do feel like this one in the interior has gotten a tiny bit dirty, and I think it's because of the color. This is kind of like a tan color. Definitely one of my favorite, and I highly recommend it. Next, we have the Neverfull GM by Louis Vuitton in Damier, and I really love this bag. And yes, this is a bag that, again, at one point became like a Miami staple. Every single woman walked around Miami wearing this. No, not everyone, but a lot of people had this bag. I almost got rid of this bag, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because I purchased this a couple years ago, and I know that Louis Vuitton every year increases their prices, so I'm glad I held on to it. It's a beautiful bag. I don't wear it as much, but it is a very convenient bag because a lot fits into it. I do prefer the dark handles. I just feel like it holds up a little bit better, so this is the one that I went for. And let me show you the inside, because this bag is a great travel bag. It's super big. This is the larger size, as you can see. I did lose the smaller bag that it comes with. Left it in a hotel in Europe, and yeah, I never saw it again. So, but the bag has held up pretty nicely. As you can see, it's in pristine condition. Again, I take good care of my bags. I got rid of a lot of my Louis Vuitton bags. The Alma, I had the Speedy, all of those I've gotten rid of. So this is the only one that I kind of decided to keep, and I'm so glad I did. Honestly, it's a very convenient bag, and I highly recommend. All right, next up we have one of my favorite. I absolutely love this bag, and it's the Saint Laurent Rive Gauche, and it's in the canvas, and every single time I see this bag, I get just a big smile on my face. I never get tired of this bag. I really went back and forth when I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to add this to my collection, and I'm so glad I did, because it being a canvas bag made me a little bit nervous if it was gonna get like dirty. I even did a video here on YouTube years ago on this bag. It's an older video, but the bag has held up perfectly, as you can see. I mean, it's just perfect. There's no stains on it, nothing. And I have traveled with it. I've gone to so many places with it. And as you can see, it's in perfect condition. So don't shy away from canvas. I really believe it's all about how you take care of your bag. As I said, I take care of my bags. I don't put them on the floor. And I love canvas bags because I find them just to be kind of like casual and chic. And I love this one because it has the leather on the top. I love this sort of like minimal aesthetic. The off-white, the beige on the bottom, and then the black lettering with the black handles. I love that. I find it to be kind of like a very minimal aesthetic. I know this comes in black, but I really love the one in this color, and I'm super glad that I got it. It's very, very spacious. I'm going to show you the interior. One thing I do go out of my way to do with bags like this is I try to keep them stuffed so they kind of retain their shape. I've seen this bag on many people and they just look completely destroyed and like worn in, and I think it's because of the way they're storing it. They're not stuffing it enough, or maybe they're storing it kind of tight with too many things, and it does compromise the shape of the bag. So let me show you what I have inside. I have this little organizer from Amazon. I'll see if I can link one in the description box. They do make the custom made organizers for this bag, which is another option, but I just went with one from Amazon just to kind of keep it inside. And when I'm not using it, I always keep these inserts, again, just to keep the shape of the bag. But I'm going to take everything out so you could see how spacious this is. Look how spacious this bag is. Such a great travel bag, but not just for traveling. I wear this to go out all the time. It's a beautiful bag. It kind of really elevates your outfit. It's such a attention grabbing type of bag, in my opinion. And as you can see, the interior is perfect. There's no stains on it. Again, I try not to put makeup right directly on the bottom. I try to put it in the inserts, and I try to keep it clean that way. But as you can see, it's extremely spacious. So just such a beautiful bag. And now for the summer, I grab this bag a whole lot. I love wearing this in the summer, especially. Obviously, you could wear this year round, in my opinion, but I really love canvas bags in the summer. And so I tend to grab it a little bit more during the summertime. And yeah, I love it. Next up, we have the Chloe bag that I know you've seen everywhere, because I believe like maybe last year or the year before, this bag was the bag to have in the summer. And again, another one that I really contemplated whether or not I wanted to get it. And I'm so glad I did. I love this bag. It's held up beautifully. This is the type of bag that looks and feels better in person because the quality on it is just exquisite. This is a very, very strong, well-made bag that you can literally just throw anywhere. And as you can see, they put a little bit of leather in the center, which I like because it protects the bag a little bit better. But even so, you see that it has the white straps, but it's pristine. There's no stains on it. It's perfect. And I've placed this everywhere. I do mean everywhere. It's just held up really, really nicely. And it's a bag that every time I wear it, I feel like it really does dress me up. You're wearing something to the beach or to the pool, but you put this bag on and it just automatically elevates whatever it is that you're wearing. So I absolutely love this bag. As you can see, I do have the inserts inside. Again, I do that to kind of preserve the shape of the bag. I just think it's a smart thing to do with your bags, especially when they're bags like this. They do tend to lose their shape if you just kind of throw them in your closet and stuff them. So I'm gonna take this out so you could see the interior. And as you can see, it's also pristine. There's nothing here, there's no stains. I'm sorry for the thunder. There's no stains, it's in perfect condition. So I did a video, I think was last year, on my summer handbags, and this was one of the handbags on there. And again, I absolutely do not regret purchasing this bag. I know it went up in price, so I'm glad I purchased it when I did, because I paid a little bit less. I even want the sandals. I'm tempted to get the sandals as well, because it's just, it would look so pretty with this, but I just love it. And I love I love this kind of minimal design. I usually am not a person that loves lettering or logo too much, but when it comes to bags that are a little bit more casual, like this, like a canvas bag or a basket weave bag, I like it like this. I really think it looks beautiful because it's kind of minimal. So that's when I make the exception, and I love it. One of my favorite. Okay, so the last bag that I have to show you from my designer handbags is this cute little Burberry basket bag. I believe my mom gave this to me for Christmas or something, because I saw it somewhere. I don't know where we were, if it was Saks or Bloomingdale's, I can't remember. But I said, oh, this is such a cute bag. And then she went back and purchased it for me. So I love this bag because it just reminds me of my mom. Every time I see this bag, it's like, I just want to hug it. But no, it's an amazing bag. It's so beautiful. I love Burberry. Burberry for me, especially this like checkered design, is just so elegant and classy and will never ever ever go out of style. I love it so much that I have the cardigan, which was a big purchase for me because, you know, it was pricey for a cardigan. But that's how much I love this Burberry design. And I love the shape of this one because this is a very convenient bag that you could just throw on as a crossbody. I wear this a whole lot when I'm just running around with the kids, or I just want to be real minimal and have my hands free. It's also a great bag to travel with because it's small, so it'll fit perfectly in the suitcase. But it's also very deceiving because a whole lot fits in here. There is quite a bit of space. It's also kind of long, so you could fit a lot of things in here. My only complaint with this bag is that sometimes when you're trying to look for stuff, it kind of gets a little bit annoying because you kind of have to like see where things are. But you know, a small price to pay for such a beautiful bag. The bottom has like a beautiful rose, kind of rose nude color, which I love, or kind of like a mauve type of color. And the handles and also the strap is the same color as the bottom. But I just love this bag. I think it's a great bag. And also this is a very durable bag. Obviously, if you get it dirty, you can just clean it up with a little wipey. That's a trick that I use with my bags, is I always use a wipey because it just cleans anything off without damaging the bag. And I love this bag. It's such a cute bag. As I said, I've gotten rid of a lot of bags that I now regret because I had a similar bag to this, which was kind of like a big bag where you just throw everything, kind of like a tote. And I got rid of it, and again, definitely regret selling that bag because Burberry has also gone up in prices. Yeah, a huge regret of mine. I kept this one because, of course, it holds sentimental value, and I'm glad I did. Okay, so that's all for my designer handbag collection. I wasn't lying when I said it's pretty small, but that's because I've gotten rid of a lot of bags, a lot of Fendi bags that I had from the past. This was before I even had my children, and I regret it. I think a piece of advice would be try to hold on to your bags because you may later regret it. I just recently sold a big Gucci bag that I had. I think I spoke about this in one of my vlogs. I was contemplating getting rid of it. I finally did. That's one that I don't regret because it was just too big for my frame. I found that I never wore it. But there's a lot of bags that I have sold that I now regret. So it's good to hold on to bags, and especially when one of my biggest pet peeves is when someone will say, get rid of this bag, nobody wears it anymore. I mean, because says who? You should keep your bags if you love them. You know, if you like a bag, just because a lot of people have it doesn't mean you should just go out and sell it and get rid of it. And honestly, chances are you're probably going to regret it because I regret a lot of the bags that I sold. I had some Fendi bags that I sold that I purchased for so little back in the days, and then now Fendi exploded and it became so expensive to purchase a bag from them. It's gone up a lot in price. So do consider that when you're thinking about your designer bags. Try to hold on to them, and if you do get rid of them because you absolutely know that you're not going to wear them because again, you will regret it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my handbag collection. Part 2, which is my contemporary bags, I think it's going to be a little bit larger than this because, like I said, recently I have been kind of getting into the more quiet luxury contemporary bags. I mean, for obvious reasons, it is cheaper, more accessible fashion. But yeah, stay tuned for that video. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you as well. Which bag was your favorite? If you have any questions, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.